You're an inspiration to a lot of young people, so I have to ask, what advice would you give them if they're thinking of going into science, if they're thinking of having an impact in the world? What advice would you give them about their career and maybe about their life? Thinking about somebody in high school, maybe in undergraduate college.
I'd say a few things. One is, this is a wonderful profession. You have an opportunity to improve the lives of so many and do it by having fun, the kind of play we're talking about. It's an absolute privilege to be able to work in this kind of area. And to young people looking at saying that have some gifts or desire for this area, I say, please, go for it. Like, do
so
what
this area of science broadly.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, I don't have any gifts in AI, but it could be or in health or in medicine or whatever your gifts lie, develop them, work hard and develop them, because it's worth it. It's worth it not just not just because you get some status, but because the journey is fun, and the result is improvement to the lives of so many. So I think that is the encouragement I give. I'd also say, if you're looking at this ugliness of this debate that's happened over the pandemic, I'd say to young people, we need you to come in and help transform it. Many of the people you see in this debate that have behaved poorly, I ask that you forgive them. I've done my best to try, because many of them are acting out of their own sense that they need to do good, but the mistake they've made is in this arrogance and this power. But when you come in, remember that example as a negative example, and so that when you join the debate, you'll join it in a spirit of humility, in a spirit of trying to learn, while keeping that love of that led you to enter the field in the first place.
And yeah, choose forgiveness versus like derision. Like the people that have messed up, like give them a pass, because that's how it feels like that's how improvement starts.
Funny, I've been thinking this is like I told you I'm Christian, right? So I thought like God has given me many opportunities to forgive people, learn to practice how to do that.
Gave you a gift.
It's a very humbling thing, I guess.
Is there a memory from when you were young that was very formative to you? So you just gave advice to some young people. Is there something that stands out to you that a decision you made, an event that happened that made you the man you are today?
I actually grew up in a relatively poor environment. Like I was born in India, and I moved when I was 4. My dad had 8 brothers and sisters, and my mom had 4 brothers and sisters. She grew up in the slum in Calcutta. His dad died when he was young, and he supported his family, his brothers and sisters with university scholarship money. Came to the U.S., and my dad worked in a McDonald's, even though he was an electrical engineer, couldn't find a job in 1971. And so he worked at McDonald's. We lived in this basically the housing poor, like development, in Cambridge, this middle building of the 17th floor, this like housing development. I think that was transformative for me. Like, I didn't realize so much at the time how that experience of being essentially like poor, lower middle class, what effect it had on my outlook.
You mentioned to me offline that you listened to a conversation that I had with my dad. What impact did your dad have in your life? What memories do you have about him?
I mean, he was a rocket scientist, actually. he helped design rocket guidance systems. He died when I was 20, and I still miss him to this day. And I think that experience of seeing him sacrifice himself for his family, a brilliant man, but in many ways frustrated with like his opportunities in the world, which is partly what led him to come to the U.S. in the first place. That's transformed. That's had a transformative effect on me, and I wish I could tell him that, looking back.